Hello everyone, and last night I got to see the movie Birth of a Nation, which is a remake of the 1915 film. That is like a really important film and for the whole realm of film really making. And this film is, well, I got to see it last night, and I'll tell you my experience in the story, what pros and cons of the film, and overall synopsis, and just my opinion. Again, I felt like this is more needed to see than going on a train, in my opinion. So yeah, and this essentially in this film, the director of the film, Nate Parker, who also stars in it, has a bit of controversy behind him, but for the sake of this video, I'm leaving it out. And just looking at the film as it is as a whole, so no personal opinion on the guy, what he's done. That's totally unneeded in this moment. Regardless, whatever, I'll give you my opinion on the film. And essentially, this movie is based around the character, the real life story of Nat Turner, who's a slave, who is essentially like this enslaved Baptist preacher who lives on a Virginia plantation area who's owned by Samuel Turner, who's played by Armie Hammer, essentially in the movie. And it definitely he takes the advantage of what he is. He's a preacher, and he preaches the parts of the Bible towards them. He's like, know your masters and stuff. And essentially, he's kind of like, you know what? I have a powerful piece of material in my hands. I'm going to inspire and change and uprise to revolt against the white people and create a great big frictionalized war behind this. And I haven't seen much material before this movie. Like, granted, it's not really being hyped up, but I was interested to see this. And after seeing it, I gotta say that I both, on one hand, really do like a lot of this movie and admire it. But on the other hand, I hate a lot of the other parts of the film as well. Here's the good. The acting. There's no denying, either you like this movie or not, there's no denying how good these actors are. Everyone in this movie was great. Basically, Nate Parker is great. Graham Gohan is great. Armie Hammer, who is also in that terrible piece of crap done on Survivor. He gives in probably his best performance. Like, the performances are really, really solid, and everyone, you could just tell, is putting their heart into this. It's a passion project, and I think the director, Nate Parker, who's directed the small films before this, he put a lot of faith and admiration and a lot of hope into this film, just like how the story does. So he has much more to prove in this film, and it comes across like and it really does feel like it's a passion project. It doesn't feel lazy or anything like that. It feels genuine. The acting, the action, all that, and the way production-wise is great. It's really, really great. And the action scenes, I actually thought, even though there's very little, I would say there's like a good 15-20 minutes of action in this movie. Regardless, I know that's not the main focus in this film. Was made very, very intense, and some of the dialogue at times I thought was really interesting and very, very powerful. It very much, I'm going to say this, it very much what Free State of Jones should have been. And that is definitely something. Because I do not like Free State of Jones at all. But on the other hand, and the dialogue, like I said before, there's some dialogue in this film that really works so powerfully. It really works just so immaculatingly well, and you feel the overwhelming emotion and the tiredness of the moment of it. I was checking. Nope, don't worry. Sorry. And essentially, what I thought, of some of this film is like so genuinely trying to put so much emotion and heart into it. But on the other hand, it's like there's a lot of the story, but yeah, essentially the biggest problem with this film is that the story is I would say horrendous, but it's very generic. And we've gotten so many films this year that were like that. Jason Bourne, Ghostbusters, so many of these certain movies this year have been just, to me, extraordinarily generic, and this just falls into another camp. And yes, we know this story before. The uprising of a slave in action is a typical type of story. You know, and this movie takes place the same type of era as Django Unchained, the plantation times, which is, of course, a horrible, horrible perspective on, a horrible, horrible thing that happened. And we gotta learn from it since then. And it's basically, I don't know, but at the plantation times, it's a Spartacus type of story. Been there, done that. We know the feeling, we know the outcome, and we know the end of the story because it's based in the real events. And I'm a history buff type of guy, and I've known this story for a good while. So yeah, watch the movie is like, I can kind of tell what's going to happen, but not just that. The story beats feel very generic, and it feels so just out of touch at times, where it just feels so extraordinarily generic. It's passionate, but generic. In my eyes, there's just something about it that's just. And also, I will say the music is just. Granted, I'm a huge score guy. I love music in film, but the music is so pretentious and bashes you over the head at times. It's like, feel this moment, feel this, so sad, so sad, so sad, and it's like, it's awful, and it's absolutely terrible, and I just wish it could stop. Like, God damn it, stop, please. Now, another thing I will say about this film is this. It's graphic. It's fucking graphic as hell. Like, before I saw this movie last night, I watched Saving Private Ryan. And this movie is on par with Saving Private Ryan of graphic and gore. Because it's this movie where I was watching it like this. Like, there's some things I wish I could honestly unsee. And the fact that stuff like this did happen, this just tears me apart. Like, how fucking hell? Come on. Like, and it's like, there's a part of me where it's like, there should have been, the movie does feel a bit black and gray at times, black and white at times. Like, don't be wrong, Armie Hammer's character is a bit of the gray area, but it's like, there's a sense of Stockholm Syndrome to them. It's like, yes, but this one plantation owner who I'm under, he doesn't treat me always like shit, but we know what his status is and who he is and what he stands for, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, you're saying, he's not as bad as the others, but he's in the same position as them, so that obviously does make him just as bad. And it just, there's no gray area. Show me the gray area in this. Granted, this may be a point in American history. For the record, I'm not American, for the record, just to tell you, I live in Canada. Yeah. But regardless, there's a lot of things that will make you. This is a film that's just going to make you feel like absolute shit. There's no beating around the bush about that. This movie makes you feel like shit. It makes anyone out there who watches this film who's white, makes you feel fucking miserable. And that's probably what they're going for a plantation type of movie, which is like, I do expect that. I expect the film to kind of address that and make you feel just fucking awful by the end. And just like with the outcome, you're kind of like, wonderful. Like, it feels like, like the last, I want to say this. I like the action scenes. There's something about the action scenes I do like. Is that there's a scene where Nate Parker kills a white person, and it's not like he's like, okay, I feel great now, anything like that. What was his reaction afterwards? He pukes, and that's how it works in actual war. The moment where you just go, oh my god, I've done this, it causes you to an innate reaction to do so. And I like how that the film addresses how much shock and power killing can actually do in this. Yeah. So regardless, for me, it's like Birth of a Nation. Fuck this film. I would say fuck this film, but I would say fuck. This film just makes you feel this terrible, and it's probably is going to do that. So I will say it does succeed on that. But will I say, is this a good movie? No. Is this a great movie? No. But for me, this is just a middle of the road movie where there's a lot of good, but there's a lot of bad. It's like, I don't know what to say. It's like there's a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. Yeah, but in the end, it's like, I don't know how to talk about this movie. I mean, like, I don't know how to grade this at least. But in the end, for me, Birth of a Nation, I'm going to give it a 52%. That's my overall rating, everyone. Not the best film of the year, not one of the worst. It's just a middle-of-the-road movie. Yeah, it's a decent remake. I'll say that. It's a decent remake. It's not one of the better ones, but it's not one of the worst ones for me. As a remake, it's decent. It's like it's as good as it needs to be for the standards of the remake, at least in my eyes. But yeah, that's my opinion at this point for this movie, and I just want to stop talking about this movie. So yeah, that's my rating, everyone. Really hope you enjoy it. My review, everyone, and I don't know if I want to recommend someone or not. Actually, I will say I will recommend you to see this movie. This is an important film to see, but you gotta find your own results and your own opinion on the film. This film just makes me feel like, makes me go cross-eyed, like just thinking about it. But yeah, in the end, that's my review of Birth of a Nation, everyone. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with my review of Star Wars Rebels Season 3, Episode 3. Till then, everyone, goodbye.